How often do you find yourself checking up on your motorcycle? Did you know regular maintenance ensures not just its performance but also your safety? For your ride to be smooth and your bike to live a long, healthy life, regular maintenance is paramount. It's like a health checkup for your beloved two-wheeler, ensuring that it's not just performing at its peak, but also keeping you safe on the road. Today we're going to walk you through some essential motorcycle maintenance tasks and tips. First up, the lifeblood of your motorcycle, the oil. Now, the frequency of oil changes can vary, but a good rule of thumb is every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. You can also follow the manufacturer's recommendations. Let's walk through the steps. Start by warming up the engine, then place the bike on a stand. Remove the drain plug and the old oil filter. Let the oil drain out completely before you replace the drain plug. Next, install a new oil filter. And finally, refill the engine with the recommended oil type. For this task, you'll need a few tools, including an oil filter wrench, a drain pan, a socket set, a funnel, and of course the oil. Remember, using the right oil and changing it regularly keeps your engine running smoothly. Next on our list are chain lubrication and tire pressure checks. Regular chain care is essential. Lubricate your chain every 300 to 600 miles or after riding in wet conditions. Start by cleaning the chain with a chain cleaner or kerosene and a brush. Wipe it dry, then apply chain lubricant evenly while rotating the rear wheel. For this task, you'll need a chain cleaner, brush, rags, and chain lubricant. Moving on to tire pressure checks. It's a good habit to check your tire pressure before every ride or at least once a week. Use a tire pressure gauge to check the pressure when tires are cold. If the pressure doesn't match the manufacturer's recommended PSI, either inflate or deflate your tires accordingly. For this, you'll need a tire pressure gauge and an air pump. Both chain lubrication and tire pressure checks are fundamental to maintaining your ride. A well-cared-for chain ensures smooth gear shifting and prolongs the life of your sprocket and chain. Correct tire pressure, on the other hand, provides optimal grip and handling, reduces tire wear, and improves fuel efficiency. Remember, these tasks aren't just about preserving your machine. They're about enhancing your riding experience and, most importantly, ensuring your safety. Keep in mind, a well-lubricated chain and properly inflated tires significantly improve your ride's smoothness and safety. Moving on to one of the most critical safety features, the brakes. You should inspect your brakes every 1,000 miles or even more frequently if you notice a reduction in braking performance. A thorough brake inspection involves checking the brake pads for thickness and wear. You don't want to ride on thinning pads, trust me on that one. Next, you'll need to inspect your brake lines. Look out for cracks or leaks, as these can seriously compromise your bike's stopping power. It's also essential to ensure your brake fluid levels are within the recommended range. For this task, you'll need a flashlight, some brake fluid, and potentially a brake pad gauge. Now don't fret if you don't have the gauge. You can usually eyeball the brake pad thickness, but having a gauge can give you more accuracy. Regular brake inspections not only prevent accidents, but also costly repairs in the future. Before we conclude, here are a few more general maintenance tips. Don't overlook the battery. Regularly inspect the terminals for corrosion and ensure the battery is charged. If you find any grime, a little mixture of baking soda and water will do the trick. Keep an eye on the coolant levels too and top up with the correct type if they're low. Every 2 to 3 years, it's a good idea to replace the coolant entirely. Also, make sure all lights, signals, and indicators are functioning correctly. If not, replace the bulbs as necessary. And don't forget about the air filter. Inspect it every 3,000 to 5,000 miles and clean or replace it if it's dirty. As for tools and resources, a basic toolkit, your owner's manual, service manuals, online forums, and videos can be invaluable. But for more complex tasks, don't hesitate to seek help from a certified motorcycle mechanic. Remember, regular maintenance is the key to keep your motorcycle in top condition and ensure your safety on the road. Happy riding!